I think the worst kind of heartbreak isn't when someone leaves you. It's when they stay, but you can feel every single day that they'd rather be anywhere else. That's what my relationship with Mia became. But if you asked me when it started breaking, I couldn't tell you. Because when you love someone too much, you don't notice the cracks. You only notice the pieces that are still holding on. We met 3 years ago at a friend's birthday dinner. She walked in late with wet hair and no makeup, apologizing for traffic. But the moment she sat across from me, it felt like the room fell quiet. It wasn't that she was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen, it was the way she made everything feel lighter just by laughing. And when she looked at me, man, it felt like she could see parts of me I didn't even know how to show. So yeah, I fell hard. Fast. Too fast. And she liked me, I'm not saying she didn't, but I think from the very beginning, I loved her in a way she never loved me. But I didn't want to believe that. For the first year, everything was perfect. Road trips, late-night conversations, mornings where she'd fall back asleep on my chest. I thought those little moments meant as much to her as they did to me. But slowly, so slowly I barely noticed, the way she looked at me changed. Her smile felt smaller, her voice less warm, her texts shorter. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't a fight. It was like she was gently stepping back 1 inch at a time until one day she was so far away I couldn't touch her even when she was right next to me. I kept telling myself nothing was wrong, that she was stressed, tired, busy. But then came the moment I couldn't ignore anymore. We were watching a movie on the couch. I had my arm around her, like always. And she shifted, not closer but away, just 1 inch. But it was enough. I asked softly, "Are you okay?" "Yeah," she said without looking at me. "Just tired." And then she sighed. Not the "I love being next to you" kind of sigh. The "I wish I wasn't here right now" kind of sigh. And I swear, that sound felt like something tearing inside my chest. But I didn't say anything, because people who love too much, they always wait. They always hope. I started noticing the signs I'd been pretending weren't there. She stopped holding my hand first. She stopped texting me good morning. She stopped laughing at my jokes, even the good ones. She started going out with friends more, and when I asked if I could come, she'd say, "Maybe another time, okay?" I kept telling myself, this is just a phase. Couples go through things. She still loves me. She has to. But deep down, I already knew the truth. I loved her. She tolerated me. The turning point, the moment everything finally clicked, happened on a random Tuesday night. I'd had a brutal day at work. I got home exhausted, frustrated, on the edge of tears. All I wanted, all I needed was for her to look at me the way she used to touch my hand. I walked in and she was scrolling through her phone on the couch. She glanced up, nodded once, and went right back to her screen. I sat next to her, silent, waiting, hoping. After a minute, I whispered, "Can you come here?" She didn't look up. "Why?" "I just had a bad day." She exhaled, not sympathetically, but impatiently. "Babe, I'm really tired. Can we not do this right now?" "Do what?" I asked. "Be emotional. It's draining." That hit me so hard, I felt physically dizzy. Since when was loving me a chore? Since when was listening to me a burden? I didn't say anything. I didn't argue. I just sat there, next to the person I loved more than anything, realizing she only stayed because leaving was slightly more inconvenient. That night, when she fell asleep next to me, facing the wall, I finally understood something I should have known a long time ago. You can't hold on to someone who's already gone emotionally. But here's the part that actually broke me. She didn't leave. Not that night, not that week. She kept staying, going through the motions, answering me with half smiles and half hugs and half love. And I kept accepting it, because a small piece of her felt better than losing her completely. Until, one morning, everything changed. We were in the kitchen. I made her coffee, the way she liked it, the way I'd made it 1,000 times before. She didn't say thank you. She didn't smile. She just stared into the cup, then whispered, "I don't think I can pretend anymore." That was it. No big speech, no tears, just quiet honesty, the kind she'd owed me for months. I nodded, because what else do you do when the person you love finally admits they were gone long before they said the words? She packed a small bag. I didn't stop her. I didn't beg. And as she walked out the door, I realized a heartbreaking but freeing thing. Sometimes the person you love the most is the one you're meant to let go of, because loving them is killing the parts of you they stopped appreciating a long time ago. I still miss her. Not the version of her who left, the version of her who used to look at me like I was worth loving. But I also know this. The love I gave wasn't wasted. It was real. It was honest. And one day, I'll give it to someone who doesn't treat it like an inconvenience. Someone who doesn't just stay. Someone who chooses me back. Every single day.